ako personally, I admire working women because, they really, mahirap mag-balance kasi. And I believe a lot of people can actually relate to that. Kasi personally, ako as a father, minsan hindi na kaya ng isang father lang yung expenses sa
Expenses.
bahay. Lalo pa nag-aaral na yung mga anak and everything. And with the help of the wives, yung mga asawa natin, I think it would be a huge help talaga. And I believe women now are very competitive and they
Yeah.
deserve that one. And I admire your advocacy po,
Oh.
Coach Wanda.
Actually, direct, alam
Salamat. Sir
mo,
Ronald, to be honest with you, a lot of statistics say 94% of women really want financial independence. Actually, I left the corporate also in 2016 kasi nga, as a working mother, you felt so much guilt that you lost a lot of moments in your child's life na namimiss mo yung mga kids meeting kasi sometimes talaga you cannot make out because of work commitments. You miss your kids' milestone. So talagang I left corporate in 2016 and became a full-time housewife. But then after 3 months of leaving also, sabi ko, even being a housewife is not for me. Parang guilt is something that mothers always has, no matter kung full-time mother ka ba, kung ano ka ba, kung full-time employee ka ba, whether you're also an entrepreneur myself, because I also started a business when I left corporate. But then, motherhood guilt is something we have to bear and we have to deal with. And if mothers can cope up with that, then we can really become better mothers and parents. That is when also, the relationship with the children becomes okay. Everything in the life of the mother and the family aligns. Kasi sir, 'di ba, pag po ba yung asawa niyo galit, ano po ang environment sa family? Pag po mainit ang ulo niya, 'di ba? So really the mother is the emotional center, well-being of the family. And if she's not okay, the family is really in trouble. So that is what I am focusing on now, really helping mothers overcome the overwhelm of every day.
true. That's very true. Kasi minsan talaga kahit sabihin mo, di ba, nowadays na hindi importante ang money. My God. This time, importante siya kaya kailangan talaga. Tsaka if you're a mother and you are financially okay, then you can move, 'di ba? So, yeah.
True po. And Miss Donna, sabi nga nila, according to studies also, those mothers who are working are actually a great example to their children. Right? Kasi you are setting that example that, you don't have to be dependent with your husband. You can be financially independent yourself and you can make, sabi nga ni Sir Ronald, when the wife is also working, it doesn't benefit the mother alone, the entire family, because you have more financial capacity to do many things, diba? And make decisions, good decisions for your children as well.
Yeah.
True.
But of course, some of the values are being sacrificed. We have to probably accept that. Yeah. Yeah. What can you say about it, Coach Wanda? Sorry, I have to ask that question, but you as a mother, there are values that you have to inculcate with regards to the children. Kasi di ba ang bata kasi mas attached sa mother. But, some of the values are sacrificed. What can you say about it, Coach Wanda?
I fully agree with you. The values have to be sacrificed at some point. To be honest with you, Sir Ronald, I was thinking, na-realize ko ngayon na kaya pala, even though at the peak of my career as audit manager of Emirates Airlines, and ang laki ng sweldo ko, ang laki ng responsibility ko, I was one of the 17 lang na manager sa buong network namin, which is about 5,000 Filipinos. Sabi ko, kaya lang, at that point in time, even though I love my job, the additional zeros in my salary is not sufficient anymore because it was violating my personal value. And at the core, every person have their own core values, right? For me, it was always family in the beginning. And it was hurting it already. And at that point in time, I also said that when Lord, free me from corporate so I can at least be really a full-time, mother. Thankfully, that was answered through another prayer naman. And really, there's a lot of sacrifices we need to make. And what I learned also, if you're clear with your values, it's very easy to make a decision. When I learned na, kaya pala ako nagkakasakit lagi, kaya pala hindi na ako masaya sa trabaho ko, because the job that is, feeding me, myself, and my family is also hurting my values in the process. So I had to realign myself, and that's why nga I left the job. Thankfully, after leaving the job, I was able to negotiate naman a freelancing contract similarly with my previous company. And it really gave me so much space to move. And but then yeah, we have to go back to Dubai also. Kaya I became employed again. But I really chose a career, not the audit manager position already. You know, the position is, I'll say, a bonus, but something that could help me really both manage a career and a family, because family is something that I would always value. So I made it clear. And even in the busiest of my days, I always tell my children, you know, we have a very clear communication that mommy is always busy doing this and that, but you will always be a priority. So if there's something urgent that you need to speak to me, tell me and I will drop everything. So very clear sa amin yun. Pag sinabi nila, mommy, can I talk to you? Especially when, you know, and in the home office, right? Everybody was working from home. The boundary is kind of difficult to define. But we had that definition ourselves. So busy sila sa school, I'm busy with work. But when they said, mommy, I need help, then that is the time, okay, I drop everything, give at least 5-10 minutes of my attention. And that is where, you know, we found the balance. I think it is never about the quantity of time you give your children. I learned it's always the quality. If you can give them at least 100% of your 5 minutes, yung wala kang cellphone, wala kang ibang iniisip, full attention, that is when they appreciate na I am valued, I am important. And that is also when they listen to you as well, because they know they're being heard as a human being.